What is up, posse? My name is Wolf Brolick, and welcome to another review here on Alpha Omega Wolf Productions. So, I understand this review is pretty late, but I was luckily able to see this movie last night, pretty late, with some friends, and now I decided to give you guys a review, as I promised on my Twitter. So, last night I went and saw Hobbs and Shaw. This movie is a spin off in the Fast and Furious franchise, and I'm just gonna say it right now. I know everybody has seen this movie already, but for those who haven't seen it, I'm just going to try to say it without trying to burst into laughter because this movie's pretty ridiculous. So basically, Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham are forced to work together to stop this super genetic human person played by Idris Elba who's trying to spread a virus all over the world. this this is just silly. I'm just gonna say right now, this movie is stupid. It's not good by any means, but it's entertaining in a ways. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't any good things about this movie, because there are. I really liked Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. I loved their chemistry. They worked really well off of each other, which led to some pretty good comedic moments. I loved Idris Elba. I thought he was a pretty cool villain. Like, even in movies that aren't very good, he's usually one of the, if not the best part of the movie, and he was definitely one of the best parts. I was thoroughly entertained by some of the action scenes in this movie. It was almost like, this movie's basically like junk food for the mind. Like, it's not good, but it's at least something that'll keep you entertained. Like, this movie met my expectations. Like, was it stupid? Absolutely. But did it give me what I wanted? Absolutely. Like, there are so many logical things wrong with this movie. I can't really go into spoilers unless I feel like it, or unless I have to. But this movie just defies the laws of physics and logic that I just thought to myself, A, I'm not supposed to take this movie that seriously, which you're not really supposed to, because, come on, genetic superhumans and, again, logic-defying moments. Because I think it was at this point in the Fast and Furious franchise where the writers and the director just threw their hands up and said, screw it, we are just going to go all out with this movie. And they did. Was it successful? Some parts, yeah. But I feel like another big problem with this movie is that they tried to focus, like, part of it was mostly action, and the next part was comedy, and vice versa. And it just kept shifting back and forth, and that got kind of annoying a little bit. But I have to admit, this was still a pretty entertaining film. This is by no means a masterpiece, but it was probably a good time. I kind of have fun with it. It can be a little dull, and some people may get a little tired of it. And I think people will agree that the franchise has been milked enough already. But I feel like this is kind of refreshing, because this is definitely something that hasn't been done before in a movie series like The Fast and Furious. So for my grade, I'm going to give Hobbs and Shaw a C+. It is not a good movie by any means, but it's still fun and entertaining. Like, if you want something to go with your friends or on a date night, or you just want to have a good time and not take a movie very seriously, then this is definitely the movie for you. So that's just about does it for this review. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. Next review will be of It Chapter 2. I'm still working on the Top 10 Teen Titans episodes, so that'll be up eventually. And I do have some movies that I would like to review because their anniversaries are literally this year. One of them will be of one of my favorite Disney movies from the modern era, Big Hero 6, since the 5-year anniversary is coming up, and one movie from the 20-year anniversary that I'll be watching for the first time, The Matrix. I know it's going to sound ridiculous that I've never seen The Matrix before. Okay, I take that back. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I never really saw the full thing, so I'm just going to watch it at one point, and then I'll give you guys my full thoughts on it. So, until next time, Steeler posse.